Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now, I have been informed that, like, 20 hours after I released episode 1, patch 8.5 did come out, and I haven't had time to install it yet, so we're going to do one more episode in patch 8.4, and then I'm going to convert over to 8.5. So episode 3 and on will be with the newest patch. Last episode, what we did was got set up, basically, and boy, I mean, look at this. Look at this Air Force. That is massive. There's definitely going to have to be some AI control in this game. I mean, it's just far too much, I feel, to handle, you know, on your lonesome here. What I'm definitely going to have to do is start going through my army, too. So, I mean, there's so many theaters. In Germany, I basically had one overarching theater so I can keep the command structure, you know, set. But here, oh my god, it's brutal. Now, what I'm going to have to do is, because I know the Germans are going to just storm through my border. You know it's going to happen. You're not going to be able to prevent it. Oh, and somebody did ask me why I didn't have anything in the production queue. Everything, it's all my production is getting used right now. It's going into mostly consumer goods at the moment because we are at peace. So, the Germans are going to blitz through my lines. I'm not going to be able to stop them on the border. So, what I plan on doing is trying to find myself a good defensive area and holding on to it. Now, the best thing to do would be go into terrain mode and try to find some good terrain. I don't want them to get super close to Moscow. What I kind of feel is a good idea is I always try to dig in when I want to dig in on the backside of rivers. So that would be like this area right here. This would be what, the Don River? Or is this the Don River? That's Rostov-on-Don, so that's the Don right there. That would make this the Dnieper, something like that. So we got this river right here. We can dig in on the backside of it. Right over here, maybe keep Hamel right up this way, and but that leaves this area pretty free. I mean, it would be an open defensive line here, and you know, you don't want to abandon major VPs. It's a tough choice. It's a tough choice. And then there's Japan. What are you going to do about Japan? I'm not going to have a ton of forces over here. I just need enough to make sure that they don't, you know, wreck my forces. It should be pretty easy to keep them at bay because of the infrastructure. I believe the infrastructure is bad here. Yeah, all along here you can't move troops. So that means I have to come through right here, so you just dig in on that. Just dig in here in the, I believe there's mountains there. There's hills and mountains. That shouldn't be too bad. All right, but let's get this cranking. And I know you guys can tell in my voice that I'm still a little bit sick, so I'm probably going to have to truncate a couple episodes, keep them a little bit shorter, just because I can't really handle talking for 30 straight minutes right now, especially when I spend all day talking at work. Now, I have a lot of garrison units. Do I want to... What I could always do is upgrade them to full garrisons, or I could just go through and upgrade them to regular infantry and see what I can get out of them. My god. These theaters are weird. It's going to take me a long time to get used to this, because like these theaters are all wonky. Well, they're narrow, but then really, really deep. It's very peculiar. Very odd. So, like, this guy, Western Strategic District. So, where is his... Oh, here it is, right here. There it is. Like, this arm, like, we had an army here and absolutely nothing attached to it. Here, this one's full, it looks like, but, you know... Then you go in and it's oh, what am I trying to say here? You know, nothing's attached to that. It's empty as well. Light armor attachment. Well, I've got years before anything really happens. I got years to plan, to, you know, think about this. There's going to be a lot of playing on speed 5. I know the officer purges are going to hit. What I'm definitely going to be doing is building more IC, not over here, probably farther back, to keep it out of the hands of the Germans. That's going to be when I have more IC to use. Right now it is going into upgrades, which is pretty important. I mean, if you're going to have units, might as well have them up to date. That's why I tend to prioritize upgrades. 5-year plan. Big leap forward. Educate the farmers, lose supplies, lose money, lose manpower, gain industrial capacity with level 6. Yeah. Gotta take it. Gotta take it. National manpower minus 15%. Energy, daily descent change, IC efficiency, production, and resources. Alright. Definitely gonna take that. I mean, I'm not worried about manpower, and I'm not worried about resources playing as the Soviet Union. Not worried in the slightest. I mean, even without any modifiers or something, I'm getting 60,000 men a month. Start of the game. See, the first T-35s from the 5th Separate Heavy Tank Brigade. I believe these saw very limited combat. I think the Finns actually captured some of them. Let's see, they did not participate in the border with Mongolia, as they are nearly obsolete and costly to operate. The question was raised of their demobilization, conversion, or assimilation to military academies. Transferred to the 8th Mechanized Corps in the Kiev district in Ukraine. And blah, blah, blah. Summer 1941, 90% of these tanks were lost due to mechanical breakdowns, lack of maintenance, fuel, and often sabotaged by their crews, abandoning them. These were, let's see, explained by the sheer size and fact that it was overweight for its engine and transmission, similar to the T-28. Few surviving were recorded at the Battle of Moscow. So we can say good. Wait. Lose 2,000 supply. Is that going to give them to us? Further expand the collective. See, IC. Lose manpower, lose supplies, lose money. It's fine. I mean, the Soviet Union, my industrial capacity is what's going to be important. Like I said, manpower, it's just going to like spam in, basically. Because look how much terrain I have to use. And when I get modifiers, you know, some good tech modifiers onto that, no problem at all. Let's see, artillery. Oop, hi, Skype. Let's forget about that. Probably a buddy of mine. Well, let's actually do not disturb. There we go. And it was artillery. Here it is. Heavy AA guns. Those are going to be super important. One of my favorite brigades in the game. Heavy AA. Super effective against planes and even more effective against tanks. Alrighty. I know some people are probably going to complain, like, why are you taking the manpower hit? I'm taking the manpower hit because I don't think manpower is going to be a problem at all. I've actually never played a game where manpower became problematic for me as the player. I've never had a game where I ran out of manpower and I couldn't reinforce. It's never happened to me. So I'm honestly not worried about it. If it comes back to bite me on the ass, so be it. You guys can chastise me later if I'm proven wrong. Oof, these battleships. Probably going... I mean, they're pretty obsolete. These are... I think the battleships are like Dreadnought class. Not, you know, they're not obviously not British battleships, but, you know, they're of the same design and, you know, era of the Dreadnoughts. If you guys don't know what the Dreadnought class battleship was. Now, battleships used to be like 15,000 tons, somewhere around there, and they used to have like a few really heavy guns, and then a few medium guns, and then a bunch of little guns to kind of cover all bases. And they had armor that was designed to, you know, prevent against penetrations on the horizontal plane. And then the Dreadnought class battleship was a change in the way of thinking when it comes to naval architecture, where they called them all, you know, it was all big guns. So, you know, got rid of the medium guns and had a limited secondary armament to protect against destroyers and torpedo boats. But all big guns and kind of all or nothing protection in the armor, meaning that the armor would either be really, really thick to protect things like magazines and engines, or basically non-existent if it was, you know, non-critical to the safety of the ship. Pre-war armor construction advance, good. And that was what the Dreadnoughts did. Now, the Dreadnought, I don't actually think saw any combat ever. Could be wrong there, but I don't think it did. But after the Dreadnoughts, everyone started going big guns and bigger guns and bigger guns and thicker armor and faster ships, bigger engines. And that's when, you know, the battleships started getting to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 tons. Much larger than the old pre-Dreadnought battleships. That's fine. Just a little flavor event. Is this going to go up? It is going up very slowly. It's going up super slow. Let's see, tech-wise, like education, mass events, things like that. Medicine, that's not going to be terribly important right now. Ow! Dog just bit my toe. Medicine advances, so casualty trigger back, manpower, road network advances, infantry gun advances, so that's going to be this one right here. Boom. And take that. Crank it up. Now, what do I need to do? Advanced land defense allows construction of fortresses. I am going to be building those. And tech, if we go to infantry, I should have access to this. Alright, what was I going to do? I was going to do something. Oh, yeah, I was going to check my laws here. To do industrial. Right now we're on heavy industry. Basic mobilization. To get to anything else, what do I need? Neutrality below 65. I think it's going to be neutrality below 75. So right now, my neutrality is super high. So what I would want to do is politics or intelligence. Send my... Okay, we're going to need some spies. Hang on, let's get this set up. We're going to go increase threat. There we go. Oh, you know where else we're probably going to want? Let's do counter-espionage. Huh. That never seems to work. Tech espionage never seems to work with me, so I'm not going to do it. And we are going to go in a little bit into espionage here. Try to increase that threat from Germany, get my neutrality down. No, that's not going to do it, is it? No, that's not right. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm doped up on Dayquil. Major worker strike broke out this weekend in long distance. Okay. Hardly anything to worry about. National revolt risk goes up. Daily dissent change goes up. Find and arrest the leader strike. Oh, yeah. We're probably going to want to do that. Let's see. This is until August. And when playing as the Soviet Union, of course, we're going to arrest the troublemakers. Why would we not? Alright, manpower up, IC down. Infantry support weapons. Alright, what is this? Wargame offer. Soviet Union gets stupid generals. Party rally. Do they send any national unity ruling party support? Why would I do this? What would it get me? If all three are successful, we get a permanent boost. Oh! Wonderful idea. So if we do all of the wargame offers, then we get a permanent boost to organization. That does sound good, and we are going to do the party rally as well. The little in-game foible I like... Well, I like to exploit. I generally don't do exploits, but I do on this one. Is that if you don't have enough supplies to do something, it'll drop you into the negative, and then the next day it'll pop it up to 0. So if you have 5,000 supplies, and it says you need 25,000 supplies to do something, you take the event, it'll go down to, you know, negative, whatever I said, 20,000, and then pop right back up to 0, and you don't have to worry about it. So we are going to intervene. Mass events. Infantry. Boom, there. Nope, that wasn't the one I wanted. Something down here. Improve security units. Not going to be as important as the Soviet Union as it was for Germany. Not going to... Is Germany, you got all this conquered land to worry about all over the place, so it's definitely important to have good security units. I really want to, like, gobble up all the states over in here. But I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or not. Like, starting with Turkey. That just seems like a really good idea to me. Highest threat is Germany. You know what I should probably do? Politics, intelligence. I'm a little... I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm a little bit out of it. Not on my game right now. Well, we definitely want our own spies to do this. Increased threat. Increased threat from Germany? That seems right. That's right, right? That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. That's definitely what I want. Heavy industry, manpower down, IC up, IC efficiency up, supply production up. Let's see, got a couple more techs done. Camouflage design. Increased defensiveness is going to be very important for me as the Soviet Union because I am going to be on the defensive for a while. Definitely going to be on the defensive for a while. I'd love to get my national unity up, but it's going very slowly. It's going to take a little bit before those spies kind of build up. Ooh, more leadership. Right now, basically everything's going into supplies and consumer goods, so I don't have any IC to do anything else right now. People are stealing our shit. That's not good for me. Increase this a little bit. Counter-espionage. I know it's Germany. National here. Let's see, what do we get? Civil defense. I like how is the Soviet Union, our medicine's super low. Alright, national. Something else in here. Here it is. Monumental architecture is super important because you get some really cool buildings you can build. I highly suggest anybody use that. And right here, coal to energy to oil conversion. Coal to oil. Again, supplies is the Soviet Union, especially oil. Ooh. Delay 1936 per comrade that first happened to us. Effect national revolt was up by 12. Tendency to drift due to internal factors. And ruling party support went down. We just had a great officer purge, I think. First Moscow show trial. New monumental building. Let's see the plans. Alright, trial 16 December 1935. The original case surrounding Grigory Zinoviev began to widen in what would become the Trotsky-Zinoviev Center. Going to Moscow in an unspecified prison. That was held on August 19th, August 24th, 36th. The House of Trade Union included 16 defendants. All defendants were sentenced to death. Well, right now I feel like, oof. Steel production advance, good. That is industry, that's right in here, I believe. And there's something else in here? Oh, right here. Something armor related, I think, popped up. I think I'm going to be building a lot of infantry support tanks. Because I never bothered to do that as Germany, and my infantry divisions tend to be really squishy. Which was unfortunate because they suffered high casualties. Let's see. Yeah, leadership. This point in the game, leadership. Definitely important. Spanish Civil War, what did it do? The fascist traitors tried to overthrow the government of the people. In Madrid, a civil war erupts. The Politburo supports the Spanish Republicans, whose ideal and closeness are beyond doubt. Decision is yours, Comrade Secretary General. We shall fight fascism. Oh, yeah. Gold of Spain, yeah. Boom. As the coordinator support, the Spanish will decide to entrust us with its gold to keep it out of the fascist hands. Nice. We just took all of Spain's money, I guess. Military parade. I think we need to do all of these. What does it cost us? I think these are the things we need to do. The war game offers. I think we need to do all of these to get that permanent organization boost. And when I'm sick and I sound like this, my wife likes to tell me that I sound like Zap Brannigan from Futurama. I'll be there to score you on the rebound. Bam. I'm going to send waves of my own men directly into the enemy death cannons, clogging them with wreckage. Actually, that sounds very Soviet. Man, Zap Brannigan would make an excellent Soviet general, wouldn't he? Anything else? Oh, a bunch of stuff is coming off pretty soon. I mean, we're only in August. Airport capabilities. Large airports, going to be super important. Super, super important. Large airports, I'm going to build as many of them as I possibly can because, I mean, we have a huge, massive, just astronomically large Air Force to deal with. We're going to do that. Now, hopefully I'm not wrong and I'm not just wasting supplies. I hope. I frankly don't know. Just been doing mostly talking this episode, but I don't think you guys really mind that. I mean, well, what I could be doing, I could put it on speed 3 and start doing some heavy reorganization. Like, I love that I have these garrison units because they're super defensive. The problem with them is that if they crack and break and they don't hold the line, they're just gonna die. Expand an airbase, yes. Now, is this the thing where it's gonna pop them up on here? No. No, it's not. Proof tech, truck and prime mover. Italy annexed Abyssinia. Oh, that's unfortunate. Abyssinia lost. But they always do. I've never seen Abyssinia win. I don't think they're supposed to win. Like, defending in the Leningrad area is generally pretty easy just because of the awful terrain. There's rivers, there's lots of woods, there's forts all over the place. So, you know, getting yourself a pocket over here is a pretty easy thing to do. Hopefully I can beat Finland, too. I mean, I can't wait till the Winter War erupts. Hopefully I can actually beat Finland, because that'd be cool. Yeah, pardon me there. I'm drinking my tea. Foregone coffee while I'm sick, and I'm drinking tea instead. Although I love tea, so I'm okay with that. Bring them to justice. Execute these people. Let's see. Clear their names. Gain dissent. National revolt risk goes up. Oh, this is for the rest of the game. National revolt risk up. Daily dissent change up. Ruling party support down. Of course we're going to execute them. Unfortunate, but we got to do it. Very unfortunate. 4 revolt risk until 1968 for the entire game. That's huge. That's a huge thing to take. New projects. Yep, grab that. That'll allow us to build a new major construction project. Well, I think we need 5,000 money to do that. So, let's see. Nation. Boom, 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 boom. Take those off. And construction. This one right there. Going on industry. Seaport capabilities, road networks. Yep, gonna keep doing that. Basing, yep. Not gonna be as important for the Soviet Union because I'm not gonna have a massive military or navy. Soviet Union, not gonna have a massive military. Alright, we got some spies building up. So why don't we drop that down? Well, yeah, we'll leave it on diplomacy for a little while. I'll let a couple points build up so that we have some to use when we want them. I really want to attack Turkey. Whenever I play this game, I always want to attack Turkey. It's a good strategic area. of international settlements. Yes, we are going to do that. Boom. Excellent. All right, folks, we're about 25 minutes in, so I'm going to end this episode right here. Don't forget that tomorrow's episode should be with BlackICE 8.5. So if you have enjoyed this, everybody, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.